3, 2,
What happened?
1. Do 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 do.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
I'ma press play every.
The funny don't stop.
Hey, hey, yo.
What just happened?
Hey, yo, we live and we,
Hey man, how we gonna have technical difficulties 180 episodes in? What is going on here?
Hey, man, sometimes
You didn't
technology
see the
has its
intro
own
go in,
mind.
huh?
What'd you say, Raul?
I said, did the intro even play?
It played and it
It
skipped
played.
and then it went to the end. The
And it
funny
just went to-
don't stop
Exactly.
show.
But
Yeah,
that's
it
okay.
played.
I
Yeah,
didn't
all
even see
good.
it. I didn't even
That's
see it
okay.
play.
We just keep it like that. Cause guess what? I'm the host. I'm your man, Alex Thomas.
It's your guy, Savvy and Music.
And this is Said Brass.
And that's your boy. Raul.
And you're watching
The funny don't stop show.
Funny Don't Stop Show. I think
Yeah.
what is this? Is this number 180 today, you guys?
171.
Oh, I don't know why I'm all
71.
discombobulated on episodes. I just know I look forward to every Tuesday talking to y'all, getting stuff off my chest, talking to my brothers. Savvy Amusing, how you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Just trying to get my voice together, man, after an epic 30th anniversary night for Mr. Alex Thomas, man.
Oh my God, we're gonna talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
Said Brass, how you feel, brother?
I'm really good, man. I'm excited. Life is great. The
Yeah.
weather's trying to chill down a little bit, but it's still hot. Shout outs to Bonnie, always faithfully watching the show and integrated. Quick shameless plug. Make sure you log on to youtube.com/The Funny Don't Stop Show. Like, subscribe, get the alerts. And always correspond through the comments, and we will show your integrated comments as we interact live on the show. But I'm excited, Alex. I'm excited.
I'm excited because I got a little small audience here today.
Oh,
I got
yeah,
an
no doubt.
audience of two. My two sons, Trust. Hi, Trust. And that's Legend right there. Say hi, Legend.
Hi.
Yeah, they're
He's
sitting
got
in on the
he's
show
got the
today.
triplets. The triplets.
Raul, what's up, bro?
Man, what's going on, my brother?
Hey, man, do other people roll their tongue now also when they see you like Raul?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got fans out there now, Raul?
Yeah, man. All kinds.
You said all kinds. Hey,
All
man. Savvy, you brought up the other night, man. Dude, how would you describe my 30th anniversary comedy book launch at the Comedy Chateau
Man,
on
look,
Saturday night? I'm going to let you go first.
Bro, it was absolutely electric, man. It was electric. I don't think that it was an empty seat in the house.
Yeah.
People were standing against the walls. It was just absolutely amazing, man. I mean, I never got to do a show at Def Comedy Jam, but from watching the tapes when I was younger, it just had that sort of feel. It had that sort of feel. It felt like a comedy show / concert, man. It was just epic, bro. It was epic. I had several people came up to me and said, "Yo, y'all need to go on tour. This show was it was epic. Like the lineup y'all had should be on tour. Like it was that dope, bro. It was just electric, man.
How did you feel
I
on
think
stage, man? How did you feel, man? You had a great set, bro.
Yeah, man. I prepared for that for a very long time because I knew that you can't go up on a great
Flip those
comedian.
pictures, Raul. Like, yeah, flip them while he's talking.
You can't go up on a legendary comedian that's really cemented itself in the game. You can't go up and bomb. You can't bomb. So I really prepared for that moment, man. And the fact that I came out first and was able to set the mood for everything.
Yeah,
and
you set the
everything-
tone, man. You and Buddy Lewis, man. Shout out to Buddy Lewis also.
Yeah, shout out to Buddy Lewis, man.
Chris
Everything-
Spencer had an amazing set also. Everybody did their thing. It was such an array of comedy. Sully McCullough, he came with his wrecking ball. He did what he did. Obviously, Daryl Heath He did his thing. He was hilarious
He killed it, man.
with the iced out fangs with the ghetto blade.
Oh yeah.
That was
Oh,
hilarious.
had me dying, man.
And you know what was so special about that moment, Alex, is I just got into a conversation with somebody about who impacted and set the way. And I was having one of these Lion King conversations, and they were like, "Oh, Black Panther," and all these different conversations. I was like, low key, Wesley Snipes doesn't get his flowers for what he did with Blade. He set the path in the fact
Yeah,
that a black man can be a superhero character and like
absolutely.
be an international like box office smash. And
Yeah,
I think we don't take that, we take that for granted. And given whatever happened to him with his tax thing and went to
yeah,
jail, I don't
yeah.
think we give enough credit. So I actually was recording that part where he was talking about Blade and sent it to the people that I was in a conversation with. Like, see, I told y'all, Blade had a deep impact on our community, but we just don't put it into the annals of movies that
Exactly.
changed the course for black
It's just
folks.
people. People get so caught up with Superman, Aquaman, Thor, and the Hulk.
Right.
We have a couple of black folks that was superheroes also. Hey, isn't the new movie with what's his name? The Rock. Is it Black
That's
Adam
part.
or something?
That's a
Is
part
that a
of.
superhero?
That's a part of the
Marvel.
catalog as well. Yeah.
What's it
So it'll
called?
be
I never
It's
heard
called
of it.
Black Adam. Who was Black
Black Adam.
Adam? Said, do you
Don't
know?
don't get me to telling the lies. I'm not a big anime
Yeah,
fan.
I don't know what
I
that is.
I don't
Yeah,
keep up. It's hard for me to even know what's Marvel and what's DC, and I know it's like a
right.
whole like
I never got into it
type
either.
of like conversation around that. But
Right.
I know enough to know that it is part of the catalog.
Said, did you have a good time Saturday night at the show, man?
I had a blast, man, because we saw different comics that have different types of cadences and speak comedy
Mm-hmm.
from different lenses.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, as a somewhat comedy thespian, we got a like opportunity to see comedy at different levels.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously I'm biased because I had love for, you and Savvy as we, shared
Mm-hmm.
a podcast. So I was like happy to see Savvy out there do his thing and excel in different environments and not, cower to the level of comedic talent that we had in the room. So I was happy to see him excel. And of course, I'm always happy to see Alex do his thing. He always shuts it down and like brings us up a certain level of levity and calm to the room and to the space to where everybody is just like know what's gonna happen, happy to see it happen, and really show love. I've seen comedy at different levels where people are like literally being entertained, but
Mm-hmm.
you very rarely see a space where people are doing comedy and the actual audience is projecting love and positive energy to all the comics on stage to like really make it be reciprocal where the comics really ingest it and then digest it back out.
Yeah, I
Yep.
appreciate that, man. It really felt it was like truly like family and friends and love in that room. It wasn't, it wasn't a promoted show when people buy tickets and just random people off the street. No, this was phone calls, comics, friends, and family and people like that. So it was a lot of love in that room. And shout out to my director slash producer, the man behind the camera that filmed everything and always there to have my back and shoot this stuff, man. Raul,
The big
Goose
dude.
Shine,
the
Goose
He was
big
Shine,
sharp
goose.
too, man.
Goose
How'd you feel,
Shine.
man, being behind the camera? What you see through the lens, man?
Oh,
You're
you're
on
on
mute.
mute.
You're
You're
on
on
mute.
mute,
You're on mute.
Rahul. You're not on mute, but your mic is disconnected.
Oh,
He getting it together, Alex.
Is he
okay.
high?
Yeah,
He said no.
I'm up here talking about, and my award-winning sound man, my Oscar-worthy sound technician. How'd you feel? He's like,
That is hilarious.
Oh man, all that and then the sound goes out.
Yeah. He like, hold on, let me figure it out.
Oh shit, this nigga still going.
So what was your thoughts on the night, Alex? What's your takeaways from the night?
brother, it's crazy because I still feel tired from that night. Like
Me
it
too.
was Saturday night,
Really?
and it took me like first of all, I can't remember the last time I went to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay,
Man.
that's how you know I'm getting old. Even on the road now, I used to be the party animal after parties. Man, when I'm done, I go straight to my hotel. I mean, people don't realize how much energy it takes out of you to headline a show.
Yeah.
Man.
Everybody, you get tired, you get sweaty, Savvy, right after 10, 15 minutes. Like, dude, I'm up there an hour
On me.
and I'm physical.
On
Yeah.
me.
And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah. You
signing
active.
books afterwards and taking pictures and kissing
Yep.
babies afterwards. Dude, I was done.
That's a lot. But imagine going to a damn job at 5 in the morning after getting home at 1.
Ooh.
Yeah, I could. Oh,
So-
you know what? You did say that.
Yep.
You did say, Alex, I gotta go. I gotta be to work in 20 minutes.
Hey, Savvy, you did one of those Miami shows. That's how it is. Alex has a joke. I wouldn't dare try to like pull it off, but he has a FedEx joke where it talks about
Right.
FedEx workers,
Right,
and you're
right.
like dancing in the club. Like I can actually do Alex material, and he's like got the FedEx uniform, and he's like dancing with the FedEx.
Savvy,
uniform.
did you really get to work at 5 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
So did you try to go to sleep, or did you?
No, I definitely tried, bro. I definitely tried.
Thanks for representing. Thanks, Ted Brass.
Yeah,
Ted Brass, is that your cousin?
Yes.
Oh, 'cause
One
I'm
one letter away from Sad Brass.
Yeah, they gotta be related. Said and Ted.
You got a Fed Brass, a Ted Brass, and a
They
Sid
sound like
Brass.
twins. Ted and Ted.
Yo, yeah. Shout out to the fam, man. He's
okay.
always been a great supporter, man. He does his thing. Actually lives here in LA.
Oh,
Alex.
does it really? You got
Yeah,
family members out
over in
here?
the actually in the Inglewood area. He has
Is that new?
a very bustling real estate business. So if you need a great realtor, he does actually corporate real estate and actually some personal real estate, but I believe he does mostly corporate real estate. But yeah,
Is
shout
that
out to
new?
Ted
Did he
Brass.
just move here?
No, he's been here. He came here a long time ago. So yeah.
Ted and Sid Brass, man. Y'all sound like y'all
Ted
should have
and
some
Sid
type of
Brass.
business.
Hey, he old school by this comment right here.
Show you right. First of all, look at what he said. Show you right. Show you right. That lets me know he has that tan hat on. He has a matching Lincoln Continental. I would say 78 to 80.
Yo. So he's always been like that Frankie Beverly in my family. He has the
I
like
can
full
tell.
great. I will pull it
I
back up
see.
real quick. He like the little Frank. Hey, that's like the regular hat. He normally wears the same Frankie Beverly hat.
Let me tell you about Ted Brass, and I ain't never met him before. I guarantee you he can do the electric slide blindfolded.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Oh yeah, no doubt. Oh man.
Frankie Beverly. So Raul, can we hear you now?
I don't. You guys.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
sound good.
Yeah.
Sound good, Raul. Sound
Raul,
good.
what was your feeling on the incredible night the other night at the Comedy Chateau, man? Top to bottom. I'm talking from behind the lens to the people, to the comedy, to the food. Talk about it.
I think honestly, the one word I can describe it is just a classic moment. So with that,
So that's 2 words, Raul.
classic. No, classic. It was just a classic. You know what I mean? Classic moment.
He's like, all I can say, this is how you know somebody smoking some good weed. All I can say. And then after I say it, ask me what the word is. But you asked me how I can describe the night. Is that what your question?
Yeah, describe the night for me, Alex.
Just one word, brother. Inflammatory in government of the hypocrisy of fun. He used words that have 97 vowels and adjectives in the word. Supercalifragilistic. Expialidocious. You understand me?
Oh shit.
Exactly.
How'd you feel about that night, Raul?
Man, it was great, man. I mean, I had a rough week that week, man, and like I said, going into it, I was kind of down because I had lost my grandma.
I'm sorry to hear that too, man.
Yeah.
106 years old, by the way. She
Man.
lived an amazing life, man.
Yeah, man. So, like I said, I can't be mad at that, but it's just going through the process,
Right.
and having to go to a show and prepare for it, prep up for
Yeah.
it, set up for it and everything, man, and just having the night go just so smooth. It was meant to be, like, I think, man, because like you said, it was just kind of a personal night more than anything, and so you can see, like said, you can see the love in everybody, man. Like when you that last set you just did at the end, oh man, my hair was raising up like a damn dog, bro, because I was just of the energy, man. You know what I'm saying?
I can't wait to see once we edit. Once
Yeah,
we edit and put it together, I'm gonna try to set something up, and we have like a little personal gathering of friends and just kind of watch how it went. You know what I mean? It's gonna
Yeah,
it's definitely gonna be something to remember. And Savvy, I'm really proud of you, man. And once you
yeah,
see your set, man, that should motivate you as a young up and coming comic that you could do this.
yeah.
You know
yeah,
what I'm
I
saying?
was telling Savvy that's probably the best set I've seen him do.
yeah. That's what he told me when I
You
was
know,
leaving, man. He was like, man,
off the
that probably
top,
was.
man. Yeah,
Tell him
just
what my wife said. Tell him what my wife said, Savvy.
Oh man, I was coming up to the stage. She said, "Savvy, Savvy, boy." She's like, I never seen your set before. This is my first time seeing it, and boy, you are funny. She said, "I'm so proud of you, Savvy. You are funny."
Yeah,
And that's
yeah,
big, man. When
yeah.
people got a reaction like that when they never seen you before. I mean, it
yeah,
was some people that came. There was from my social media account, and it was like, bro, I thought it was just the voices. Talking about you beyond that, bro. Like I really underestimated how talented you were, and so to hear that, like you said, it just let you know that you could do that. I could do that.
yeah,
Absolutely.
That's what's
Absolutely.
up.
Shout out to Shazam, the cameraman, also Brian, that
yeah,
helped us
man.
out. He was another camera angle, and we got a lot of the behind the scenes and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna put it together, see what it do. For everybody that's watching, people were wondering, was that your Netflix special? Was that an Amazon? Was that an HBO special? No, it was just kind of like a dress rehearsal
Yeah,
slash practice for the big night. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And also giving my other comedy friends some time on stage and to just celebrate that milestone, 30 years of doing this, God blessing me to do it. And also, the launch of my book, The Funny Don't Stop. So, hey man, anytime I can bring people together, it's a beautiful thing. I kicked back and kind of just watched people that haven't seen each other in a long time. You could tell it was like, people taking pictures and getting phone numbers and people they hadn't seen in years. It just kind of, I felt good kind of kicking back. Shout out to, of course, the other said Nolan, who pulled up with the cigars backstage. Like I needed that. I had a
I
cigar
didn't
and
get
three
one.
drinks. I didn't smoke. I didn't have any alcohol before the show. My wife bought me three drinks and I had a cigar. It was a great way to just kind of wind down. So, you know, said Nolan, them cigars is nice, boy. His cigars are really dope. Enough said. So check him out.
Ed Nolan.
Absolutely. Hey man, I got something I wanted to talk to y'all about, man. I know we started off the show talking about that, but said, I'm gonna start with you, brother. I haven't read up too much on this. Yes. Oh, that's you. He wanted me to show a picture of him.
Oh, there he
Okay.
is.
There he is.
Look at
That's
him.
you, Toss. That's you.
That's
Okay,
funny.
here. Said Nolan, I want you to talk to me. He gets excited when he sees himself on the iPad. But I want you to talk to me about this whole Kanye West
Oh Lord.
White Lives Matter shirts. I don't know what you know, but for the people that don't know what's going on, can you explain? Was that a fashion show? Was this a publicity statement that Candace Owens chick was with it? Just tell us what you know and let's talk about it.
Yeah, yeah. All I know is from the social media buzz. I try not to like get into it and buy into it too much, so I don't have a lot of context to the background of it, other than I did see it going all throughout viral of people posting and commenting on, doing exactly what Kanye does. Soon as he dies down and it seems like he's not in the conversation of what's going on in social media, he pops up with one of these kind of stunts that's like, hey, I'm Kanye, and people are outraged by Kanye, which I think feeds right into like his
Yeah,
intentionality
his MO.
around why he does
yeah,
these like polarizing things.
yeah.
I
Was he
understand why
trying to
people are
sell
outraged.
something? Said, is
Not
it
trying to
was
sell
that a
anything.
fashion show for his new line? Is it a
No,
new album coming out? Like,
no, no,
Do you
just
believe it
just
was a
making a
publicity
statement.
stunt
Just making a statement for a Twitter moment, for a Black Twitter moment, and
for
for a
nothing?
viral moment. This is classic Kanye. When you go viral and you can see that constantly keep your social media brand vibrant, because I wore he did this when he wore the hat, when he wore the MAGA hat and sit
Like
in,
Yeah,
the Oval Office, right? This is just another one of those moments to create a
to get
viral
the
moment
whole world talking.
to, to get people talking about him.
And what's
So,
crazy is I honestly feel like it's the whole world talking.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Black, white, Asian, whatever you are, white. So look, keep it there for a second. I saw this on Instagram. What does this mean? I'm gonna read it out loud. The same people mad at me for wearing White Lives Matter shirt idolize my white wife and made her whole family rich. What it was, calm down, calm down. What is that saying said to you?
Well, it's definitely saying somebody woke wrote this. And that's
Yeah.
cool because I'm a woke individual for anybody that's
Mhm.
triggered. But, it's trying to make people critically think about hypocrisy. How we can be mad at one thing, but the same thing that we're mad at is the same thing that we're driving and celebrating. So we have selective outrage in our society. So it's saying, hey, we're a culture that built up a family based on who they are to be able to come in culture vulture in our black society. And people weren't mad at that. People celebrated, made them billionaires generationally, three different generations rich off of basically black culture. And then at the same sense, we're upset and outraged when a black man wears a shirt like White Lives Matter, and somehow we're outraged, but we're not outraged enough to protect our culture and protect our brand to where other cultures of people can't come in and actually, make money off of us.
I saw a video earlier that was hilarious to me. Can you roll that clip real quick, Raul? The Kanye video. I saw it on viral. I don't know who it was. It was just him talking. You got the video.
that's the one with Sav.
Man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't
I'm
know if that.
already a
Yeah.
black man, fam.
But
So white lives
it's
matter.
kind
You know what
of
I'm saying,
my
bro?
computer glitch.
Let me throw up the C real quick. This C is for Caucasian. Um, uh, Boosie had something to say about me saying white lives matter. And I'm sure a lot of black people are going to be mad at me because I wore that shirt. I'm a billionaire, fam. I don't care what people think about me. Guess who purchases most of my Yeezy gear? It's not black people, fam. So white lives matter.
That was classic, man.
Oh my god!
That
And you know what's so crazy? He's wearing that damn bass fisherman white boy. The hat got caught in the engine and drugged down the road. Dad hat, and he's so huge that people gonna start wearing them hats. A hat that could cost you $7 in a gas station or a truck stop. He's probably gonna make it a Yeezy hat, and it'd be 1,500, fam.
15.
So, Savvy, what's your whole feeling on the shenanigans?
Bro, I just be very confused on what it is that he's actually trying to accomplish. I mean, does he like to just piss people off, or is he looking for relevancy and energy, no matter if it's positive or negative?
Right,
But
right.
however it is, whatever energy he's looking for, he's getting it. And I just feel like it makes him look terrible. See, a lot of people want to shield away from how bad it actually looks based on that he is a billionaire. Because a lot of people will say, well, regardless how stupid he looks, he's a billionaire, so he's doing something right. Well, that doesn't excuse him, you know, kind of making himself look stupid. And a lot of us looking stupid by supporting it. I mean, because although they say the Black Lives Matter movement was controversial for whatever reason, you still can't ignore the message. And the All Lives Matter or the White Lives Matter was just a counter protest. Like, we know all lives matter, we know it, but we were saying all lives matter. They can't matter until Black Lives Matter. So for him to go wear a White Lives Matter T-shirt, it just makes him look like what it is, just a straight up coon. It don't make it
Yeah,
look.
yeah. I think it's also just kicking up dust to get the
Yeah,
world to talk and keep his name in their mouth. And you know what I'm saying, Raul? And I feel like
Yeah.
in this day and age of that's unfortunately what gets you sales.
Yeah,
Feel
like
like
they
you know
said,
what's
like they said, either bad or good presses.
there's no such thing as
It's
bad
all
press.
Yeah,
absolutely,
it's all
absolutely.
good for them.
You,
Yeah,
you get what
and
I'm saying? So the flip
Yeah.
side is I chose not to go that way. Of course, there's times in my
yeah,
life I go, what if I was an asshole, mean guy? Then hit him with some real talent. Like, because
Right.
at the end of the day, the dude is, to me, a musical genius.
yeah. He's talented
He
as hell.
really has
You can't take that away
had
from him.
some music that will kind of live forever. You know what I mean? Not too many people can say that. People will
But
be mad at me for saying that, but it's a fact. You get what I'm saying? Like,
but if the
I know
music
Sam,
speaks for
what we gonna
itself,
say, Savvy?
I said if the music speaks for itself, why the controversy? Why not just
I
live
know
through the
what you're
legacy?
saying. No, I hear what you're
Live through the
saying. Like,
legacy of the music.
right.
You
Yeah,
know,
But I
if
think
if I'm one of the greatest comedians in the world, why would I just try to provoke people into believing or like why do things like that when my music speaks for itself?
I hear
Well,
what
because
you're
it's not
saying.
about the music, Savvy.
yeah,
It's somewhat a tinge of narcissism.
Yeah,
And when you're
yeah,
hell bent
yeah,
on constantly being relevant and being
yeah,
the top person,
yeah.
it is this kind of inability to see outside of yourself and see what you're actually projecting and what are the consequences based on the things that you're saying. Because you just
Right.
want a viral moment,
But
you want to be
you want to know
popular.
what I wonder? This is what I wonder, and I'm addressing this to everybody. And I know this will never happen because there's people out there that gets paid to vlog and get paid to pump out news. But what if this happened one day and nobody in the world said nothing? Would it continue or would it
Oh,
stop?
correct, correct.
But it
That's what.
wouldn't. Like that was cool. Like, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. Like, kind of my wishful thinking, or you said that, but I think he's so beyond. It's almost like this, you guys. What you said is a second ago, Savvy, when you said, um, kind of like just about the music. This guy is kind of bigger than just music now. Remember, there's a lot
Yeah.
of guys out there that are strictly musicians, and
Right.
that's all they do. This dude
Right.
also has a global. Let's just take the shoe for an example. It's a global, iconic shoe, right? How many artists do we know that have attempted at clothing lines or shoes? People that did good, like take a Jay-Z, with Rockaware. Let's take a Sean John with Diddy. Guys that were able to literally sell their clothing lines for 600 million. They made damn near billions. Okay, this dude, he took a different route for sales. There's the side that's going to buy his music, and there's the side that's still going to buy his apparel. You get that side that's going to buy both. There's kids out there right now that it's like literally, I have every album and I have every shoe. I have
Yeah.
every album.
Yeah,
I have
that's
every pair. You
you're
get
a
what I'm saying?
brand.
This dude
It's
is
a
in your
consistent
pocket.
brand.
Yeah, yeah,
Huh?
it is.
Yeah.
That's
But
the
did,
word.
did we
Ted.
not have Van Lathan on the show? Didn't we have him on the show once?
We
For
didn't
whatever
No,
have
reason.
we
Van,
need
but
to.
he speaks a lot on. We need to. I'm gonna hit him up. What did
We
he
need
tell
I
you?
thought
to.
I thought we had him on the show, but it's funny. He had another viral moment, and actually that spoke to, this once before when he said slavery was a choice. So we've seen these kind of like weird outbreaks where it's like, dude, slavery was a choice. Is that
Come on.
crazy?
Hey,
And so I
Sam.
had to go dig that up, and I think his response to Kanye's slavery was a choice kind of applies to the same response to now. So I had it, and I was gonna play it for y'all.
All
Let
right,
me
let's
play
see.
it.
Yeah, because it's epic.
I actually don't think you're thinking anything. I think what you're doing right now is actually the absence of thought. And the reason why I feel like that, because Kanye, you're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to believe whatever you want. But there is fact and real world, real life consequence behind everything that you just said. And while you are making music and being an artist and living the life that you've earned by being a genius, the rest of us in society have to deal with these threats to our lives. We have to deal with the marginalization that has come from the 400 years of slavery that you said for our people was a choice. Every day we have to walk into that truth while you choose to say things that, to be honest with you, dog, are nonsensical. You want to think freely? that's fine. I'll combat your free thought with my free thought because mine is grounded in a reality that I've been given and a reality that I'm going to change, but I'm not going to do it by pretending that the enemies are on the same team as me. And frankly, I'm disappointed, I'm appalled, and brother, I am unbelievably hurt by the fact that you have morphed into something, to me, that's not real. That's the way I feel. Stand on all the coffee tables you want to stand on. Say whatever you want to say, but don't throw a stone, then hide your hand like the rest of us are just going to.
Yeah, yo, we talking about a read.
He
You know
broke
what I'm
it
talking
down.
about?
But what did he? I forgot. How did Kanye reply to that? I remember that shut him down right after.
Yo,
Why
dude,
did you
it was
stop
no.
it there? You couldn't show more.
That was the biggest clip.
Because I'm
That's the
trying
only
to
clip
remember
I
his response.
what did he say after that? Because that, I mean, dude, what can you say to that? What
Yeah,
did Kanye? How did he reply?
That was just a mic drop moment and a deflection. And what I remember, he never really was able to address Van Lathan. And we've never seen him get that kind of truth pill and medicine in real time. And I think that's what was so powerful because more of us have to do that. We can go on Twitter and say what we want to say. That ain't going to get to him. But these real life kind of one-on-one scenarios, it's like, dude, I don't know where you off in Colorado and who's these people you're around and Candace Owen, but this kind of like false reality is one thing. But when you come back to the real community, I think we need to see more examples of black people expressing themselves this without being hyperbolic, but just coming with truth, facts, and intellect. And that combats anything, not just the Kanyes of the world, but a lot of people that say crazy rhetoric out in society.
Well, a lot of these guys, they get to a certain point in their lives that they're just completely surrounded by yes men and women, right?
Yeah,
Why?
they want that.
Why? Because they're on the payroll, because don't want to make him mad, because I'm still trying to work. And some people, like say for instance, Van is like, hey, I'm not on your payroll. I'm not, my hand's not out for a job. I'm going to tell you the real. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no
That's
doubt.
right.
And we need more of that because that's where true friends come in. You know, people that can tell you things with love, but they can also hold you accountable on things and you don't take it personal. And we all need that. And we lost that in society today. And I'm not going to get on my soapbox because we live in an individualistic society where everybody is like, I'm going to say and do whatever I want to say. And the whole world should like meld around the things that I say and do. And nobody can hold me accountable and hold me to a level of integrity, of excellence, because I'm just living in my truth.
Here's what I heard. Here's what I heard, and I don't know if it's true or not. I heard like when a lot of people did. It just came out that a lot of like his last 3 or 4 major rants that he had just had some NyQuil chicken, and that's what made these comments come out. So for the people out there that I just found out about it when I heard that they said there's rumors that people were like, is he on drugs? Like they said, I don't know if you consider NyQuil. NyQuil is a drug, right?
Still a drug,
right?
Hell
So
yeah.
I don't know if that's what they said. He's kind of been on NyQuil chicken for like 5 years now. I don't know, man. I've been to Popeyes. I ain't seen NyQuil chicken on the menu. My grandmama never made NyQuil chicken. She makes me hell of a fried chicken. Roscoe's make chicken. I've never seen NyQuil chicken until now. So I'm just getting hip to it. So roll these clips, do one at a time, and maybe we can find out this is where it came from with Kanye.
Chicken is apparently a thing on TikTok.
This is not his best.
Chicken is apparently a thing on TikTok. And if you weren't already completely disgusted by the videos that we just showed, the FDA is telling you do not do this, right? The FDA is out with this new warning against exactly what you think it is. Chicken cooked in NyQuil. The FDA says it could make somebody accidentally take a dangerously high dose of NyQuil without realizing it, because obviously when you boil something, it's going to make it more concentrated. It could also change the way it works. If you inhale those NyQuil vapors while you're cooking, it could also hurt your chicken.
Wow.
Yeah, go to the next one. Go to the
use about 4/3 of the bottle, and if it's your first time doing this, you can get away with using about 1/5. Season that NyQuil in there just at the right temperature. You're gonna want to let it sit there and sizzle for about 5 to 30 minutes. Make sure you're constantly flipping over the chicken. You don't want to give one side more attention than the other. Oh, sometimes the steam really makes you sleepy. Whew. Oh, fuck. What you're looking for is that blue color right there. All right, then you can go ahead and turn it off. Ooh, yeah, that's steam, baby. Drain the unused right back into the NyQuil can, just like so. And boom, NyQuil.
Yo,
So they
talk about
said
disgusting.
they said that the night that we just all saw the Black Lives Matter t-shirts, they said that's what they were serving everybody in the room that day. NyQuil Chicken. The event was sponsored by NyQuil, and then he had his boys just bring the chicken, and everybody was on it. So
Him and Candace Owens got the first two pieces.
NyQuil. You know
I'm
what's crazy?
confused. I don't know. Yeah, you want to start
crazy.
saying I ain't never. I call me out the loop. I don't know if Kanye started this. Did somebody, one of his TikTok fans, put him up on it and he tasted it and liked it? I don't know. Talk to me.
Yeah, I did. Hey, this is new for me, man. Those videos
Okay.
were strange at best. I mean, it's so many like craziness going in the video. The dude is talking about the steam. He's saving the leftover like NyQuil sauce.
Like our grandmamas used to do grease.
Like
I
old
guess
grease.
that's the new thing.
It is like crazy to like see this, and you know we laugh at it, but it's people that actually take stuff like this serious and actually literally like look at these things and be like, oh, I'm going to actively try that. That sounds like a good idea. No seasoning on that meat, by the way. No seasoning on that meat.
I'm thinking somebody white had to do this because black people, seasoning is in our DNA. Okay, black women have seasoning in their purses. All our homes, our grandmamas, our aunties, our uncles, everybody got seasoning. We do not eat this. I'm just wondering if there's NyQuil chicken, is there like Mucinex macaroni? Is there Tylenol fries? Like what the hell is
you
promethazine peanut butter and jelly? Like what is this the new thing that they're doing now?
I wouldn't be surprised, man.
You know, on that topic, but in the same vein, you know, Alex, that was crazy. You know how like you've been to the beverage stores and you've seen like these hard seltzer, like you can't even go get a beer out of cooler now. I don't know how it is in a lot of cities, but you go into the beer category, and I mean, there are more seltzers and hard seltzers that's out there in the coolers now that it is like all out warfare. Like, who's drinking these hard seltzers? And so, you know that are you familiar? Before I go on, are y'all familiar?
I've been hearing about hard. Like, let me ask my question, and then I want you to kind of expound, just since we're on the subject of.
Yeah, I had a photo. I was gonna bring.
Okay, I've heard of these hard seltzers. Remember, I don't mess with anything with any carbonation, so I can't. Me and my wife are both allergic to any sodas or anything. I can't even have what do you call it? Seltzer water, or what's it called?
Mm-hmm.
Like what's it called? The
Tonic.
water with Tonic. I can't.
Yeah,
I can't do none of that. But I'm noticing from Corona all the way to Budweiser now, they all have these hard seltzers now, right?
Right, correct.
What's the deal with it?
And
is
they're
it like beer/energy drink? What is it?
Yo, no. It's just, you know, this fascination with a tonic, but with a spiked tonic. That's all you're really talking about. So it's like, and yeah, so if you like Pellegrino and you like, you know,
none of that. I can't do none of that.
These tonics, right? Now somebody came with the idea of, you know, spiking these, and who knew it was a sensation, especially amongst women.
So it's a new generation ginger ale from what we grew up.
It's like a category. Yeah, it's just a own like kind of like category.
Well, I gotta jump in. The hip hop community over the last 15 years had this little thing called lean. And all that was cough syrup and promethazine mixed in a Sprite.
Yep.
So the white people, I guess, they found a way to market it and be in your liquor store, whereas lean is still, you know, at the trap house. They found a way to put it in 7-Eleven, Ralph's, and Gelson's.
Correct.
You're not going to see lean at Whole Foods anywhere soon. You know what I mean?
Right, on the shelf.
And bro, they're actually advertising this stuff. Like lately, I don't know if this is a brand or not, man, but I've been seeing these rappers and these teenagers walk around with this T-shirt saying that's an awful lot of cough syrup. And they're wearing these shirts and it's because I'm seeing it every day, man.
Oh, it's a joke on the lean in the styrofoam cups.
I don't know if it's a joke, a metaphor, or what, but they're wearing a branded shirt that says that's an awful lot of cough syrup.
Because the first thing that comes to my mind
That's
is, okay,
funny.
that's what they do. They take a whole thing of Sprite, whatever that was, a liter or a
Hmm.
pint, whatever it is, and pour half of it. I mean, I've even seen the videos where I know how they do it. They pour it into the Sprite, and you can't shake it because
Yeah,
it's
because of
carbonated.
carbonation.
So
Right.
they literally just go like this and turn it upside down and let it go to the bottom,
Yeah.
and then boom.
So imagine like a mayonnaise version of that for the other folks, right?
Mayonnaise.
Yeah, I'm just being nice by saying mayonnaise version. Um, it's people actually taking old like bologna water and like the taste from old bologna water and mixing it with seltzer. And
That's
actually,
sick.
it's
Are you
such a
joking?
I'm not joking. It's such a sense.
Bologna water, dude. He said when you
So,
fry hot dogs, like fried hot dog water.
Like
hey, we just saw
boiling water.
NyQuil Chicken, right? You can't be surprised. We just saw Nike.
Yeah,
We
you
just
right.
saw
We
NyQuil
just saw
Chicken, right?
NyQuil Chicken.
So, so now you have bologna manufacturers like Oscar Mayer saying, "Let's get in on the game," right?
Damn.
So there you have it.
Original
But,
bologna.
but
Ham and cheese meat seltzers.
That shit looks
Olive loaf.
gross.
so
That
you
is
know,
the nastiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
so if
I'm
you want a
I'm
bologna,
gagging
you
just
want a
looking at the
bologna
can.
seltzer, get you bologna seltzer. I don't know if you can see that hard seltzer made with chicken, pork, and beef.
It will just kill you. It'll kill you on the spot.
The ham and cheese one is a hard seltzer made with ham, added ingredients, and smoke flavor. Right?
Keep that picture up. I have a quick question. I always wondered, where did we get the word bologna where it was spelled bologna?
Bologna.
Bologna. How do we get bologna out of that? I know you probably have the answer. Said originally,
Bologna.
it's some stuff. Bologna. Yeah.
Yeah, probably from the actual location of the. That's an actual place.
Like in Italy somewhere.
Yeah, it's an actual place that
So
actually
basically,
made a
a bologna
sausage.
is an Italian pig.
Chopped up minced meat. But I thought that was so interesting. I saw this online the other day. Oscar Mayer bologna hard seltzer. Like if you like that taste of like old hot dog water and old like,
You know what it is?
that's what this is gonna taste like.
It's like, oh, that's a little beverage humor.
He said some hot dog water.
That's beverage humor. Yeah. So hard seltzer with ham and cheese. Yeah.
That's sick, dog. That's sick.
That is hilarious. But I love you for that because it was a topic. It was funny and it was silly as hell. So,
Man.
so with that being said, man, I saw this video the other day too. It's like, I don't know what city or state this is. I don't know where everybody live. Well, I know where all you guys live, but do you ever have people just come knock at your door still? Salesmen, what are they called?
Oh
What
man,
other people, what are they called?
Just Amazon.
Just Amazon. Who else comes to you knock your door?
Jehovah Witness. Yeah.
But
Oh, I
I
love when
don't-
Jehovah Witness come to the door.
what do you do?
Oh, I started debating them on topics and Christianity and the Bible. What you need to do is find Jesus. Can I
That
talk to
is
you for a second?
hilarious.
Can I show you some scriptures?
That
Like I basically troll them with their talking points, but use it from like Christianity. And most people don't know this. They'll red flag certain houses, so they just walk
Oh
right by
yeah,
your
they
house.
just keep going. Yeah.
Once you become the red flag house, they won't even stop.
They ain't
They'll be
going to
like,
So
the
"Yo,
said you come off to me as the type of dude that you're in a gas station pumping your gas and you see a homeless dude and he's about to come up to you. As soon as he opens his mouth, you go, "Hey brother, can I get $2, please?" And just fuck his head up. He'd be like, nigga, I was about to ask you for $2.
Man, I was just gonna ask you for $2.
Hey yo,
man.
nah. I don't play like that though, cause these homeless people are aggressive out here, man. They
Yeah,
out here
they've gotten
fighting
aggressive.
people. Have you
Yeah.
seen a lot of these videos? They hitting on people cars. Like I don't want no problems, man.
We find out you got stabbed 3 times because you didn't give somebody $2.
Exactly. Like nah, man. And it's the entitlement now. It's not even like, hey brother, you got $2. Nah, I'm sorry, man. What do you mean, bro? What do you mean? I just saw you got $10 in check.
Yep,
like it's
they
a
do that.
level of entitlement now. Like, hey,
And
you
nowadays,
watching me?
nowadays they'll interview the homeless person. So why did you stab him 3 times? Because I asked him for $2, and since he said no, I stabbed him 3 times.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
You just go ahead on and give me the electric chair.
Yeah, I don't play with these homeless people, man.
Nah,
Yeah.
you
And,
can't.
and we just getting over COVID too. They got all kind of like sicknesses. I'm like, yo, man, 50 feet, man, 50
so you're
feet.
saying you
You
don't
said
want to
50
mess with a
feet.
homeless dude with monkeypox? If he's homeless, ask you for $2, and he got monkeypox, you're leaving him alone.
Yeah.
You know
They
what's
come up.
wild? What's
They
wild
come over
about
to
it
say,
is
hey, Alex. They come over to say it like this. Hey, man, you got $2? You got $2?
Don't hit me with
yeah,
any monkeypox pus,
Okay,
yeah.
please. I don't
okay,
want monkeypox
thank.
pus.
Because if you said no, I was gonna squeeze the shit out of this right in your face. Nigga.
Right in your face.
Hey, show the video real quick. Oh, you imagine that? Getting hit in the eye with some homeless monkeypox pus?
Hell no,
Oh
man.
man,
With some
We be
homeless
fighting.
we be
monkeypox
fighting for
pus.
real. We be
Yeah.
fighting for real.
Yeah, we
First of all, you'd be blind for life. Okay, they would have to just throw the eye away.
You
What
said just
happened,
throw
man?
your
A
eye
homeless
away.
nigga hit me with some monkeypox pus in my eye. It got in your eye and you lost the ear. Like it would just be the worst. It would just when it rains, it pours.
You better off just giving up the $2. Just give up the $2.
Give him $2, man. Show that video, please.
Which one is the salesman?
Yes.
Hello. Yes, sir. Hey, how you doing? Hey, sorry to bother you. I'm Fernando. I work at Peak Energy. We're a few doors down. We're in 1845. Okay. So we do solar around here. We're just coming around talking to niggers. Sorry, dude. Neighbors. I apologize, man. I know. No, man, that wasn't even.
Wow.
Talking about rolling off your tongue. I honestly felt like that wasn't a sketch. I think that was real.
No, that was real, bro.
I mean, he's lucky he didn't come across a real one that would have stole on him or shot his ass. And he was very nice. We're in solar and we just going around, talking to niggers. I mean, neighbors about.
Sorry, man.
I'm sorry, dude.
Get off my porch, man. Get off my porch.
I'm sorry, bro. What would you have done, Savvy? What would you have done, Savvy?
Man, it's hard to say. I mean, damn, that's hard. That's a hard situation to be in, man. I mean, but if he would have said, like, I'm just going around talking to niggers, I guess I just would have, like, well, I'm just saying no to crackers, sir. Please get off my porch.
Right. No, just simple as that. Just as simple as that.
It wasn't a fighting. It wasn't a fighting situation because he slipped. So I just kind of would have slipped too and get his ass off my porch.
Yeah.
I can't.
Walk right back into the house.
He felt so bad. He felt so. Because he was a gentleman. Hello. I shook his hand first. Hello, nice to meet you. And we're just doing solar around the neighborhood, and we're just going up to different niggers. I mean, neighbors.
This is the bad slip on this day.
That was a horrible slip up.
It's like the word was on deck. It was on deck in his mind. It's like he visually saw it's a black man. Remember, he knocked. He was standing there. He didn't know if somebody was going to come to the door. And then boom, dude. It sounded like dude went in there. And hey, what's up, Winky Dinky Dog? It looked like, he probably put on some shoes or something and like, hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. My name is Dan. Going around the neighborhood. We're doing solar. Just talking to different niggers. I mean, neighbors. Dude, I'm so sorry, bro. Yeah. I'm sorry.
But you want to know? I'm going to tell you exactly what happened, Alex. What it is he didn't expect a black man to come out of that house.
Exactly.
And when a black man came out, it probably just in his head, he had already called him a nigger in his head when he came out, and it just slipped. It just slipped out.
Right.
He just thought out loud, man.
Yeah,
okay, our residential woke Negroes. What would you have done?
Oh man, you know what? It would have been a lecturing moment, for me.
Like it would have been with you.
Unfortunately, it just would have been a tough conversation where he just wouldn't have wanted to have that conversation anymore because it would have been so uncomfortable. But man, any opportunity to kind of like educate white folks on like white supremacy and how it is like embedded in our culture. Here's an example. When we try to explain CRT and we try to explain, you know, white privilege, they act like these things are just kind of like theory and myth. And so I would have went down that whole rabbit hole so much.
First of all, for your fingers to be going like this, that means you would have really given it to him.
I'm getting really serious.
Crack a honky time.
Hey, that's when you really project
on, my brother.
Yeah, it's actually a defense. It's a way to like disarm people too.
No, you know, you're right. You're right.
That's a way to like disarm people too.
You're the bigger man, said, because I believe, I'm not even being funny. What you did was you took the higher road. Number one. It's like when they say killing people with kindness. It wouldn't have really solved anything if you took a bat over his head or kicked him in his mouth and knocked out his teeth. Because now you're going to get in. Yeah, you took the light skin road instead of the dark skin road. Because I can understand the anger that would have been upon you and any of us. You know what I mean? You could just really break it down like, sir, first of all, whether you said that was a mistake or not, the truth came out. It's how you feel. It's how you look at us. Right. And as he walks away, you're like, no, sir, you're going to listen to me. Because you're lucky that I'm not doing what my cousins or my homeboys would have did. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're lucky you came across a black educated man. Do you see these reading glasses? They cost $1,900. Okay. These reading classes cost more than your mortgage. Okay. So look, what I'm going to do, you would have just hit him with some knowledge, said. I feel like that's what you would have did.
No, and it's not even me being a bigger person, right? Once you have the high ground, and this is something I explain to young black men all the time. Once you have a position of having a high ground, you never want to give up that position. So by being the angry black man or responding with violence, now you have given ground, and now people get to play victim. They get to have a form of victimization, regardless if they actually incited the position. But you never want to get that ground, because now it'll be you hit me, you assaulted me, and you did this to me, right? Or even you raise your voice and you acted in some type of like animus. And I think that we do that, and we have to understand this game that's being played upon us is a lot like chess and not like checkers. And so knowing the strategy and knowing what your opponent is going to do and being ahead of them and being able to like preempt their moves is what we have to do as black people to move forward in this society successfully.
Let me tell you how another way I know for a fact that dude, this wasn't a skit. It wasn't a sketch. It wasn't supposed to be funny, because you can't find me a white guy in America right now in 2022 that even comically thinks that's okay.
Right.
You hear what I'm saying, you guys? Like, he wouldn't have, it really truly, because no white guy, especially by himself, walking up to a random black man, thinking you could say that. That's how I know it wasn't premeditated. It literally rolled off his tongue. Yeah. And he is the luckiest white dude on the planet. That it wasn't Tyrone in them. That it wasn't T-Mac in them. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yep. J-Dub in them. You know what I'm saying?
Do we have time for another one in this same line, Absolutely. Alex? Or are we like, we want to end on a good night?
Part of the Funny Don't Stop show also, brother. Hit us with it.
No, I got a good one, so I don't know if we have enough time to really speak on this. But
man, we have 8 more minutes.
This is another interesting one, and it's in that same family of the culture and where we are today as a culture. And this one is going to be really on the onus is us as black folks. So this is like kind of a dear topic to me. But I saw this video, believe it or not, on TikTok that someone shared to me and wanted to get my opinion on. And I brought it to you guys, and I definitely want to get y'all opinion on it. But here's it go. Here you go. Well, how's that song go? Like to hear it. Here you go.
I keep trying to tell people that Idaho is not as racist as everyone thinks it is. So we are out in the middle of the desert. We're driving along, and I see a car that's broken down, and there's a black man. Now, there is not a whole lot of black people here in Idaho, right?
Not a lot.
So I'm thinking nobody else is probably going to stop to help this man. So I'm just like, you know what? We should stop. We should stop and help this man.
No, we shouldn't.
I'm like, what? And she's like, oh. I was like, no one else is going to stop.
Not my problem.
And I'm like, come on, we got to help this guy out.
No, we don't.
See,
no, the fuck we do not.
So see, I just got to say, like right now, like she said, we already had too many black people in the car.
Niggas already in this little vicinity. It's too many.
She said ninjas.
Ninjas.
That was ninjas for anyone that she has a speech impediment. That was
I a little slow.
Anyway, she wouldn't let me stop. She wouldn't let me help the guy.
No. You know how much hotter it would be in this vehicle if we put that black man in here.
And then I just know her because I know she's gonna be like, well, what do we get robbed?
Mm-hmm. And if we did, I'd blame it all on him because you was the one.
We'd be sitting there and I'd just be looking over like, okay, that was my bad.
Yep, your fault.
I don't know what I just can't deal with these racists. These racists over here.
Racist people out
Racist.
there. Tell me about it. They just rude. Just disrespectful.
Now, what she doesn't know, we're driving back the same way. If he's still there, I'm stopping.
He can try.
I'm stopping.
I'm going to push the gas pedal.
Said, I'm going to let everybody else go first because I got so many things to say on this topic. Savvy, I'm going to just go off of your face right now. Let's hear what you got to say first, man. I'm going to go last.
So problematic on so many levels, right, Savvy?
Yeah, I mean, all I can hear in my head is protect black women. Protect black women.
At all cost.
At all costs. And this woman's white boyfriend wanted to stop and help a black man because he knew that nobody else would. And a black woman said, no, the fuck, you not going to help him. And then uses a black joke when she, patent leather black, going to say, how hot would this car be if we put another on? Boy, that's self-hate at a level that I've never seen before right there, bro.
It really is.
Absolutely. Now, I'm not saying that I will put the brother in my car because I don't know him. We living in some crazy times.
Period.
But I would at least try to figure out what's wrong with the dude's car or something to that nature if the spirit moved on me to help him. But I wouldn't be kicking no racial jokes on my own people.
Yeah.
That's sad. That's sad, man.
No.
I don't think he can hear you.
He just mute himself? Or
is Raul speechless or can you not hear us, Raul?
Nah, man, you guys are going in and out. I'm getting like a delay right now. That's why
Raul was like, no comment.
It's like I'm on like a 3-minute delay.
Hey, Alex said, how you, Raul? Raul like,
that what?
Yo, I'm gonna go real quick. Hold up. I'm gonna go real quick. And I'm be quick. I'm not gonna get on my Hotep stuff. I'm gonna go another route with it. And this is something that might trigger some people or trigger women. It's like, yo, who hurt you? Like, really, who hurt you to the point that not only do you hate yourself, you hate your culture, but you hate the actual gender that mirrors you. And happy success to you and your Jimbo. That's actually his name, by the way. I can't make this up. But, you got your Jimbo boyfriend over there with his yellow teeth.
Remember, they are in Idaho. In Idaho.
And it's like, man, you can see the trauma oozing out of you to the fact. And I'm more interested in not even what she's saying, but how do you get to that point? Because now it's about solution and not like banging on people and having like, you said this and I said that and you're a bad person. I don't even want to challenge what she said. I want to actually challenge, how did we get to the point? How did we get this lost? How did we sink to the levels that now we hate each other and we actually hate the presence of one another? Right. That we can't even have like the basic civility, and that a white man has to come in and be civil as a just basic human. Are we that low as a people that we can't be civil to one another? And so that's why I'm just like,
well, here's one thing about Jimbo. Okay. Jimbo obviously likes chocolate.
Oh
He
yes.
is not. He is not afraid of chocolate. After he eats her chocolate, he has a bowl of chocolate or some chocolate kisses to follow it up, right? And a lot of times, let's just be honest, interracial couples usually like, it's like there's a joke over the years, white chicks that marry black guys, they kind of go overboard at the family reunions and the Thanksgivings to show, hey, I can make gumbo. I know how to make good fried chicken. I know all of Martin Luther King's speeches. You're not the only one that likes Roscoe's. Like, they want to show not only now with this black dude, I've told you I've studied up on your culture, right? So I kind of feel like it's him going, not only do I got a chocolate ghetto ratchet girlfriend, I will also help this brother out, right? I think that's the real white guy in him, even though he got him a Kiki and a Keisha and a Shaniqua in the seat. He also wants to show, let me go help Raheem out. Maybe maybe it's a carburetor, or maybe it's an alternator that needs a fix. So I could really feel like not only am I making love to a white black woman every night, I'm saving the local Negro on the side of the road. Right. So I think that's all coming into play. I'm not mad. I'm back to what you said. This is the human thing. And hey, man, there's that side of me that goes, hey, man, you would want somebody to help you if you really, truly needed help in the middle of a road. But then there's that side of me of what Savvy said. I'm a dad. I'm a father. I'm a man in this crazy ass world, and it absolutely has nothing to do with race nowadays. To me,
right?
When it comes to strangers, and I'm coming from the generation of that was the trick to get people to pull over, act like your car broke down so you can chop his head off and eat his kneecaps like Jeffrey Dahmer did. It could be a setup. You don't know. You're caught in a position like, yeah, that's a black man, and I want to help him. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, man. I don't know who brought it up, but unfortunately, it's like I did on stage the other night when I asked the question, black people, am I the only one that racially profiles my own people sometimes? Be honest.
Yeah,
that's why the joke works so good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm black. I love being black, but I also got to be stupid. You see three niggas over here, they look like they drinking, smoking, tattoos on their faces, weed bumping. There's chances are there's a couple of felons in that crowd over there.
Yeah, there's a couple of records on there.
Yeah, a couple of records. Chances are I'm a stranger and they're going to try to get me. You get what I'm saying? Right. I hate to have to say that about my own people, but you got to be smart nowadays. But I hear what you were saying, and I believe Savvy said it, like how low is it to go? Like, look at you. Look in the mirror before you try to degrade somebody else.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's her reasoning why we're saying that, or is at the end of the day, that is a stranger and he could cause harm to both of us.
It's like, look how low have we gotten, though.
Well, she did
look how low we've gotten. She's using the N-word in front of a white man, and the white man gets uncomfortable. She's not even uncomfortable with even saying the N-word in the presence of a white man, and the white man has the one to be like,
you know what that tells me about old Jimbo said? You know what that tells me about old Jimbo? He likes them real N-words. Because she, as black men, we saw Kiki over here. She is totally 100% a new. You know what I'm saying? She 100% that. And they always say, like white people that like real new, they want a real new. That's the case. They don't want an Alfonso Ribeiro. They don't want a black dude that acts white. Right. They're like, if you're gonna go black, go with you a real new.
Right.
I think they got everything that comes along with it. The house arrest bracelet, tattoos on his face and smell like Newports and Hennessy. What'd you say, bro?
I said the parole officer.
Everything. He got all the above. Like, you know what I mean? There's some people that like that type of, I know people like that over the years. I'm gonna mess with it. I mean, like, I know white girls like that to this day.
Yeah.
If they're gonna do a black guy, they want a really black guy.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, this is a Candace Owen type black girl, though. I don't even think she has much credit.
Hood, ratchet, and all that.
I don't even know if she's hood and ratchet, to be honest with you. I think
you couldn't tell? You didn't hear it in her voice?
She looked country. She looked from the country.
I think she's a black woman that was raised around Caucasian people. I don't think she has any lick of being in the hood or from the hood. And this is just her projecting her inability to
She
connect with
didn't
black
come off to
folks.
me at all like a black chick that was raised around white people. I know those types. She sound like a black chick. I gotta just go ahead on and say it. It was raised around niggas and on a parole program, got shipped to Idaho to get her away from the inner city and doing dumb shit, and that's how she ended up in Idaho.
You know
She,
what?
in
You
no
know how
kind
I
of way,
know that she wasn't raised around. You know how I know she wasn't raised about black people? And close your ears, black women. Her hair. She didn't her hair. That did you see her hair? Her hair was so bad. If she raised around black women, she would have known how to do her hair.
It would look nasty as hell.
It was
You know what I'm saying? Like you could tell she had that black girl that never really was around black people, so she didn't even know how to even do her black hair. That's how I know she wasn't raised around black people.
So if it was a black dude, he's that black dude that goes to Supercuts.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't even know the difference between a real black barber and
His
Supercuts.
lining. Oh, he doesn't even get a lining, right? He tell the barber just fade it in. Don't give me a hard line, right?
he gives him the white guy shit. Parted down the middle, kind of medium.
Right, exactly.
Kind of medium.
Kind of medium.
Exactly.
Kind of medium.
That's exactly what you're dealing with, like that
Hey,
Candace Owens type.
He's one of those dudes that don't even know the name of the style. Ask me, Savvy, you're the barber. Ask me what haircut I want.
All right, sir. So, what kind of haircut can I get you today?
Give me the number 3. Number 3. It's kind of like that one, the number 3. Yeah. He just looks at the book and points to the number.
Just point to the poster. Let me get that number 3.
Let me get the number 3. It's like a goddamn cheeseburger and fries at McDonald's. Get the number 3. No lettuce.
Supersize that shit.
Yeah, no lettuce and supersize that shit. Yeah. Get some good bad talking about. We're gonna end the show on this. I appreciate you guys too. I love sometimes it's just some real talk and some real conversations. Football is back.
No doubt.
Been some amazing games. I saw a video yesterday that actually blew me away. And I don't know if this dude will ever make it to the NFL. You guys let me know what you think if this guy can make it to the NFL.
Most interesting and controversial quarterbacks that you've never heard of.
I'm him.
This is Jason Stewart, aka QB Stew, and he is a legendary millionaire day trader. And this dude was the clear-cut MVP of the fan-controlled football league, but everything changed when he did this. This man sparked up mid-game as a touchdown celebration.
You a legend.
Later on that same game, he scored 4 more touchdowns and secured the victory. But when he got to the locker room, the commissioner permanently suspended him from the league. And I want to know in the comments, do you think QB Stew should get a second chance? Or do you think sparking up mid-game is crossing the line and he should never play football again?
Raul, I'm going to let you answer that one. You're on mute, Raul.
You gotta kick him off, man. Like you can't.
Now that's a touchdown celebration if I ever saw one.
Yeah, there's rules and regulations for the game, man. You can't just sit there and spark a whole joint at the end zone. You know?
Yeah, he had a lighter and a blunt in his pads as he scored the touchdown.
Yeah,
and he actually looked like a nice quarterback too.
Yeah, man. That would have been nice if it was like the championship game and that was his last game. Then hey man, do what you gotta do, but
go out riding high.
Yeah, this is right before halftime. But hey, then went out and scored 4 more touchdowns. That had to be some incredible weed. I don't know. Hey man, like I said, some of that stuff does make you focus a little bit more, man. But honestly, man, that doesn't go though, man.
What is that? It's called that touchdown kush.
Yeah, the TD Kush.
The TD Kush. Oh no, he won't be playing in the NFL. He needs to be removed from playing any football games. That's from the new commissioner, Bonnie Chambers. I mean, dude, I cannot believe that he was like, okay, I've seen all these touchdown celebrations. I'm about to do one that they can't do. Now, what's crazy is half the NFL blows before the games.
Yeah.
But you can't do it on camera with children watching. Yeah, no,
man, right in front of the camera.
I don't know. I was thinking maybe he's sponsored by a dispensary. I don't know. Hey, make sure.
Right.
I don't care how you do it.
Yeah.
I don't care if you have to do it after touchdown, timeouts, whatever you got to do. Hit that blunt because we gave you $1 million to hit that blunt. You feel me?
It's goofy, man.
I mean, damn, you drive down the street now and see weed billboards.
Yeah, bus stops and everything.
Yeah,
man.
I'm interested in what city that was in. It's so many questions. Like, what's this kind of little arena football, like 30-foot little field that they're on? It looks like a nightclub inside. It looked like the halftime strippers might come out. You know what I mean?
Well, they did say he's a day trader by trade. Like, dudes have real jobs. Like, them dudes, they play football, but they work in Ralph's during the day. You know
this is
what I
a
mean?
little weekend warrior football right here. Right?
Exactly.
It's like one of those type things. I think this is just interesting where, our community and what we put out as entertainment is now coming in toxic forms with other ethnic groups. And he probably thought this was cool. Like, he got some kind of black credit and black people thought this was like really something really cool and socially like pleasing to actually see and do.
Well, I guess it's not going to hurt him. He's a day trader by trade. I don't know if you can get fired from being a day trader. I don't know.
No, you can't.
I'm about to say that's independent type work, right?
Yep. And he already has $1 million, they said, so he ain't tripping.
Yeah, he good. Hey, I remember one time, man, when I was playing baseball, man, and all of a sudden one of the damn players pulls out the damn cooler, and this fool's just packed with beer. So this fool starts cracking the beer during the games, and I'm sitting there.
Are you serious?
What the hell?
What position was he? A pitcher or a shortstop?
He was an outfielder, man.
Oh, you're talking about in the dugout, not where everybody could see it out in the field.
Yeah, well, he was in the dugout, man, and he was drinking in the dugout.
Well, he's a real alcoholic.
Yeah, man. Obviously, that had to be, a bad sign.
Hey, man, like I said, the times have changed. I remember one of our early shows we did on the Funny Don't Stop show. I don't know if you guys remember, but I was talking about in the 70s, one of the number one sponsors and one of the biggest like endorsement deals pro athletes and superstars got was cigarettes.
Right.
Yeah.
You see some of the big, I'm talking from Willie Mays to Will Chamberlain to some Mickey Mantle, some of the biggest stars to ever play pro sports. Like the big money was cigarette companies.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's actual footage and pictures in Sports Illustrated. Like I want to say it was like the 1975 Baltimore Orioles playing the Phillies. And you see Dick Allen in the damn dugout smoking a Newport, and it ended up being on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Hey, didn't Babe Ruth get caught doing that too? Like, I
don't even think it was a caught thing.
Yeah,
I think it was Babe Ruth was sponsored by whatever, Camel cigarettes. Like that, they tell you straight up that shit will kill you nowadays. That'd be like seeing,
on the box.
Yeah. That'd be like seeing LeBron James, and sponsored by crack or something. You know what I mean? Before I play games, I hit the pipe. You know what I mean? Like, no, you can't do that. That kills people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just sad, man. It speaks to the culture. It speaks to individualism. I know people are tired of hearing that, but I think we just got to get away with that. Get away from that, I should say. And that we have to understand that there are rules and protocols that we have to live by and follow by. And we live in a society where people don't think that we should have to follow any rules and we can just do our own things and it's acceptable. True. The sad part is it's great marketing for the league. So I'm sure people are looking up this league and, oh, that looks pretty cool. How can I know more about it? How can I go? And this speaks to our topic earlier, how like negative press can still be positive press and there can still be like wins taken from this whole thing. So I wouldn't be surprised if that suspension get lifted and he somehow gets like a slap on the wrist.
And they just get a new name for the league. It's called, hey, you play in the NFL? I play in the PPP league, the Puff Puff Pass League. You know what I mean?
Puff Pass League.
The PPPL, Puff Puff Pass League. And then you find out one of these billion-dollar dispensaries, it got the money to start the league. I'm dead serious.
Right.
These dispensaries are making multi-million, way more than that. They can start. It was turn out that you find out there's the Cookies PPL League, PPPL. Cookies is sponsoring a whole goddamn weed football league.
And build a stadium next to SoFi.
Right. And the scores be like 150-15 or some shit. Like, God damn, they were high and they scored 100 points. This is crazy.
Crazy, man.
All right, you guys. Well, Another one in the books. The Funny Don't Stop Show. Keeping the consistency. I appreciate y'all. We need this dialogue, this banter. We're eventually going to find a studio and be back into it face to face. But in the meantime, in between time, thank God for StreamYard, and we're able to get this off our chest every week, man. So, Savvy, let them know where they can find you at, brother.
Same social media, ladies and gentlemen. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Savvy and Music.
Said Brass.
You can check me out at SEDBRASS.
Raul.
You can find me at the Big Goose, DABIGGUZ.
That's what's up. You can find me at Funny Man Alex Thomas on Instagram. Make sure you go to Amazon to get my book. All you got to do is click the link in my bio, and it will take you directly to Amazon. Appreciate everybody that is buying my book, The Funny Don't Stop. And you can catch me every single Tuesday right here on
The Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. Hey, The Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. The Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. The Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. Hey, The Funny Don't Stop Show.